Hello, it's me, Jennifer, and I wanted to show you this kit I put together for my mother-in-law. It's a junk journal starter kit. She wanted some kind of a crafty or just a hobby, so I encouraged her to do junk journaling because it's so much fun. So this is what I've put in it. These are just a few little bling, some rhinestones, Aurora Borealis rhinestones that I got off the internet on eBay. So I put a few of those. And here's some antique buttons, vintage buttons. And here I have some paper clips and some little, what do you call those things? Terms. And I have an owl and maybe a key. I forget what all I put in there. A couple of owls and some of those little gears. So that's what that is. And I have some yarn, maybe for putting on tags. And all of this is little snippets of material. And just little pieces of this and that. And even some feathers. That's what that is. Now this is an envelope full of just what it says, paper and cardstock for tags, clusters, pullouts, pockets, etc. And I made one tag to show her what you can do. Example. And then I have these pretty little tags I was given. So I wanted to share. And just different things like that. Lots of little cardstocky things. That's from my mom and dad's. My dad's pastored a church for many years. So that came from there. And this stuff right here comes from old books. From a craft book. And then I even put some toilet paper rolls that have been flattened and cut out. And one that was together so she could see. You can use even toilet paper rolls. So that's what that is. Then I have a piece here. You're on my Sunshine music page. And this section, a gospel track, a piece of old wrapping paper or bag, an old little envelope, more envelopes, piece of cardstock. This right here is so you can make those little stacked flowers that I put on my journals sometimes. You just glue each piece together. And then I added some of these holes for tags. I add some real vintage ephemera. This is for my mom's stuff. And yeah, my mother-in-law loves these vintage things like that too, so I add that for her. And just a bunch of tan paper. And these are ledger sheets I found at the thrift store. This is a nice ledger page that I found in my mom and dad's stuff. Some more cardstock. A word, celebrate. My kids had to throw in. And then just some pretty papers she may or may not want to use. She doesn't have to use all of this. She can pick what she likes out of it, what makes her happy. Or she can return what she doesn't want. That's fine too. But I Russ dyed a bunch of book pages and I found them in my stash, so I added those. This is Bible verses I printed out for one of my prayer journals, so I added those. These are a bunch of vintage sewing page thing, sewing patterns packages, and then I got this cute little greeting card, a hymn, pieces bag. It's nice to have different textures and things. More hymns. Then I put a bunch of these pages that have flowers. And then I have a bunch of things I printed out from the computer. This stuff I printed onto book pages here. And it came out really nice, so I shared. Oh, I like this. Is a cute one. But a lot of little girl pictures. I don't have a color printer, so it's neat when you use the old books. The picture comes out really neat and has color to it. It's not just white. It looks old and vintage. And she can cut these out that didn't get the whole page if she wants. Then I wanted to have, I wanted to have two different books. A small one for her to get finished quickly so she can feel like she did something great. Always helps me. So I made this little one with a little paper bag, and I made this little page from old book pages. All I did was I folded them in half. I got this idea from Elizabeth Brewer. She has some videos about that. So if you're making rebooks where you use a book to make a book with, you're going to tear out some pages so it won't be so fat. So you can take your leftover pages, fold them in half, and glue them to each other, one inside the other, and it makes this little book. Well, this is how I put the book together. You don't have to have a outside to it, but I thought it would be neat to have one. So I just stapled it and then put this paper bag over it with some hot glue on the ends. And it turned out pretty neat. And all she has to do is just glue something on, and at the top there ended up being a little pocket. So if you want to find out how to make this kind of a book, you can look up Elizabeth Brewer. In one of, I think 2 of her last videos have had this book she's talking about. I forget what you call them. I think Never Ending Books or something. So there might be some other videos out there for different people, but it was the idea I got from her. So it'll be neat. You can just glue some stuff on and make it pretty. And be done quickly. I only put like 10 front and back, so 20 pages. That's that little book. And then this is the book that I made, the big one, with dyed papers and such, book papers. And it has quite a few pages. Oh, it's upside down. Anyway, and it has a child's book in it. So that's pretty neat too. I forget how many pages I put in here, but several. And then I added that too. I came back and I threw this stuff in because I love these books. My son had them. He got them a while back at a thrift store because he loved the Victorian furniture. So he let me have them because he wasn't using them anymore. And I love using these in books. She could cut out the little pieces if she wanted and put them around the sides. There's a lot of things she could do. She cut out a chair. So I added those. So if you're interested in having a starter kit like this, let me know, because I also have this string because I wouldn't mind making up some to give people for starting out and spark their joy of crafting. But I'm gonna have to charge you for this. This was a gift, but if you want one, I will do it for $35 plus shipping. So that will probably end up being about, I'll just add $10 shipping, so it'll be $45. If you want one, let me know in the comments. And I'll do my best to make you a cute little pack like this, similar to it. It won't be the same, but it's something similar for you to start your crafting journey. Thank you for watching.